Hello, hello, can you hear me? Is it recording? You thought I'd gone. You thought I'd left. You thought I wasn't doing any more reviews of any figures. I'm still here. Still here. So today, this arrived about a month ago, maybe more than that. Hot Toys Part 1 Doc Brown Deluxe. But I just haven't been doing any filming really lately, probably for the last year or so, because I'm at the point now where I've got no space left, and I must have about what, anything between 220 250 figures, and they're all on display. And it's got to the point now where if I get more, it's going to look like a shit show, you know, like a supermarket shelf, everything's stacked in front of the other and you can't see the figures behind. So, and I'm not one of those people that's going to get to the point where I keep buying figures, stuffing them in the loft, or just kidding myself that I'm going to rotate them, or just put them in front of other ones. I mean, you can have one in a top shelf is probably perfect, yeah. 2 still looks fine. 3 you can get away with because you can just put them in a triangle formation. But 4, no, and I've got a couple of shelves with 4 on, and it just doesn't look good. It looks crap. So, you know, I just thought that was always the idea. When I get full up where I think, right, I've got no more space, I'm going to stop. So really, I've just stopped now. And the thing is, because I'm not buying figures anymore, I hardly go on the Facebook groups, and I don't really look at what Hot Toys are doing, the new release. I've got no idea what is the latest gone up for pre-order or what they're announcing, because I'm thinking, well, if I'm not buying anything, what's the point? There's no point in me looking at figures that I'm not going to buy. And I'm content, I'm happy with everything I've got. I look around and think, wow, fantastic. And there's not much I want. I mean, I haven't ordered much in the last year. I mean, I ordered the new DeLorean, the Part 2 DeLorean, and a little while ago I pre-ordered the Aragon, in art Aragon, because I've always wanted the Fellowship, you know, Lord of the Rings, but the Asmus ones are rubbish. They're not very good either. The Boromir's doesn't look like him at all. It's terrible. Aragon doesn't look good. Their older Gandalf, the Crown Series one's good. The only thing with that is the eyes are a bit weird, they look a bit sunken. That's the only thing. But I thought it wasn't worth me upgrading to the in-art one, really. It's not that much of a huge jump. So I'm happy with it. It looks very nice. But so that's it. That's where I am, really. And the last year I've just been finding other things to do, really, because I'm not doing any videos, not buying anymore, not going to the group. So I've just been going to the gym 3 times a week. Go to the gym, and straight after an hour and a half in the gym, then I go for half an hour in the pool. Straight after, do laps non-stop. That's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday I go running. So Tuesday I'll do off-road trail in fields, and that'll do about 5-6 miles. Thursdays I'll do intervals, 400 metre intervals times 12, and with a 1 minute break in between. And then Saturdays I'll do hill runs. I'll do about 9 miles hill runs on Saturday. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm really fit at the moment, you know, because I want to do a sub 20 minute 5k. So I'm doing with my time, and it's good. So I don't really get a lot of time for other things anyway. So enough of that. But I actually might do some videos on it, and you know, and show people my workout routine, show people what I'm doing, and also on equipment like running gear, all the stuff that I use. You know, maybe I'll do some videos like that. Who knows? Because that's really a lot of my focus now. So this KG Hobby Doc Brown, all the stamps. As some people might know, this is my favourite film of all time. Love Back to the Future. I remember when it first came out in America, it was like summer 1985, and here it was beginning of 1986, around about December 85, January 86 it came out, because it was always, back in the 80s, 90s, always like we were 6 months behind with films. So they were released in the cinemas months and months later. That's why pirate, bootleg, VHS films were so like in demand back then. I remember going to see it in Kings Road, cinema, Fulham Road actually it was, yeah. Going to see it the first time, when it first came out, I was like, wow, I was like 12 years of age. Brilliant. And that's the film we never get bored of. You always see it on TV at Easter, Christmas, and I love it. It's not the best trilogy of all time, of course not. That's got to be Lord of the Rings. But I just love that film. So here we go with this Doc Brown. Let's see what we got. I already know. I mean, everybody knows what it looks like and the criticisms of it. And some people are getting buying custom head sculpts for it. I mean, it's let's have a look. Put that there. It was one of my first figures, Hot Toys figures. I think it was the Marty McFly and the DeLorean as well. This is one of my last. I'm still buying some Lego though, Lego sets. I've just seen that Lord of the Rings Rivendell ones. They're absolutely incredible. The nice thing with Lego is you can build a set, display it for a while, and if you want, put it back in the box, swap it up for something else. But I'm running out of space for that as well. I just finished building the new Diagon Alley. That's beautiful, and I'll keep it up here on this table when I'm not doing reviews. And I'm just really buying omnibuses as well. Marvel, some of the big omnibus books. That's the cover. This film, I know so much trivia about this film, it's ridiculous. And all the books written by different people, being on the rides, everything. That's the cover. That's the insert. And I'm wearing my t-shirt. I got this in Florida at where the ET ride is at Universal. They've got a little shop there, and they've got some Back to the Future stuff there because the ride was virtually next door. It was not far away. Of course, they got rid of it for Simpsons, but they still got some Back to the Future stuff in there. And this t-shirt, Universal Studios Florida. When was that? In 2020. This is one of them. I got one of the things. The accessories look really nice, don't they? There you go. So it's still, you know, with this figure, I mean, they've been lazy bastards, really, so I swear, but I mean, it's a very, very lazy release, isn't it? They've just used the same head sculpt. And I'm going to go into detail about why that's a bad idea. Why they shouldn't have, but they're not bothered. I mean, profit is the most important thing. They don't have to do anything, do they? If they're using the same head sculpt, it saves you money, doesn't it? But it's still worth it because you think if you tried to get a custom the clothes and the accessories, it costs you a fortune. Just to commission somebody to make you the clothes, it's going to cost a couple hundred, few hundred, unless you get a load of people in. It's still going to cost money, and then the accessories as well. So it's still worth the money. What was it? What did I pay for? About 200, something like that. Maybe a bit less. I can't remember now. This is cardboard, from what I read. Yeah, you can feel it. Does it open? It must open. Oh, it looks bad, doesn't it? When you see it close up, do you have to open it like that? I don't know. I'll have a look. Probably just papers. I don't want to damage it. Oh dear. Oh dear, Doc Brown, what have you done? I mean, look. I mean, it's so lazy because there's not glasses. You haven't got shades in this one, have you? You haven't got the glasses because he wears them in part 2. But you've still got the little holes where the glasses go. So, let me tell you a little story about this film. So let's show you that up close. You've probably seen it. A million other people have done it, yeah? Let me show you it. There you go. Right? Where's the damn camera? So, what happened was, yeah? It's weird to think. I was thinking a few days ago that he was 47 years old when he made the first films. That's younger than I am now. That's ridiculous, isn't it? He's younger than me. Christopher Lloyd, when he started these films. So, what happened was, right, in part 1, right, the film, they aged him because he's only 47. He's supposed to look like an old crazy professor. So he wore a rubber mask with makeup on and put all the wrinkles in the face, the lines to make him look old. And by the time they made the second film, I think they filmed it in 1989, didn't they? And the 2 films came out within part 2 and part 3. They made together at the same time. They filmed them at the same time, but they released them 6 months apart in around about 1990. It was. And when it came to the point where they're making the second film, Christopher Lloyd was fed up really. He didn't want to be sitting in this damn makeup chair for hours and hours and hours, putting on the rubber mask and the makeup. And the film producers were like, yeah, okay, so they fine about it. So what they decided to come up with a storyline where, because it's set in the future in 2015, he's been to this rejuvenation clinic where they can do all different things to make you look younger and everything. And then he's showing Martin and he pulls off the mask and he goes, look at my look, I look so young now. And that's his real face, yeah? In 90, that's what he really looks like. So of course he looks less wrinkly. So this sculpt is the part 2 sculpt where it's hardly any wrinkles, yeah? Because that's the way he looked in that film. He's the story about the regeneration clinic was how they explained it away. So he didn't have to sit in the chair anymore, do all the makeup and that. But what they've done, Hot Toys, you got this, they've kept the same head sculpt for this part 1. And it just doesn't look right. You know what I mean? It's just not. And also the gaps in the side. I mean, come on. That's not good. But the reason I got it, number one, I'm a huge fan of the film, my favourite film of all time. Plus, like I said, the outfit, the accessories, everything you've got here, it's going to cost you, if you want to try and get it, it's going to cost you a couple £100 easily. Easy, isn't it, to think? More than that even. It's going to cost you a fortune if you want to try and get it done. So, that's the story of why he looks different in the 2 films. But apart from that, if you could forget the head sculpt, I mean, somebody showed me, a friend of mine showed me that the 1/6 kit have got a little head sculpt, different one. I might get it. I forgot all about it. They've got a different head sculpt, and he's put real kind of like fabric to make it like real hair. And other people got head sculpt commissioned. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe not. I mean, it's a good sculpt for part 2, but for part 1, no. So that's the suit. The outfit looks really nice. Like it. It's done well. I mean, value for money, Hot Toys. And I don't know, but there's these third-party companies now that they're bringing out some great-looking figures at cheaper prices than Hot Toys. You think, wow, that's really good, giving them a run for their money, you know. And you've got InArt have come in now, and they're doing premium in between custom and Hot Toys kind of figures, and really just see how they're going. I mean, that Joker, people are starting to get that now. I don't think I've heard of anybody saying any issues really. They all like it. These boots look good. The shirt, come down. Right, okay, let's put him down a minute. Let's have a look at the accessories. Yeah, that's been sitting there for about a month, and then about 2 months ago I got some other figures that I'll do a little video of that, of them, in a minute. In a while. No point me taking them out now, but you've got all Doc Brown's toolkit here. It looks really good. When you go somewhere like, what's it called? The guy, they do the custom accessories. Jesus Christ, I can't remember his name now. Name of his company. I mean, you try and get something like that, you're going to pay like £1,000. I'm not joking. I asked about getting the trolley. What do you call it? The trolley for what's his name? Hannibal Lecter. You know, the thing that they wheel him out in. And he quoted me like $550 for one of those. And I can't understand, it's all custom and all that, but you know, you think if you had to make your own, how much would it cost you to get somebody to custom make you all that? A lot of money, wouldn't it? No? You're not going to be able to 1/6. You're not going to be able to find them anywhere on eBay or stuff. All these bits that look exactly like it. The pouch, the toolkit pouch, everything. So it's still worth it for that. Then you've got this box. But how do you open it? Really? Is it in the book? Instruction book, and then you've got these little remote control. Yeah, that remote control. That's nice. The wires on the back. It's got writing up, down. There you go. Can you see that? That's really nice. Another pouch there. Pair of hands. Extra pair of hands. There you go. Some papers. There we are. And these pens. It's so small. Got more bits here. You got a watch. Was that the watch? Stopwatch. No, stopwatch here. There you go. Oh, don't drop none of that. But that's it really. And then there's another watch there, wristwatch. I remember those days in the 80s when we had these watches. The calculators on them. There's all these pens. There you go. If I can get out my finger without damaging it. They go in his top pocket. Like you can see it from there. Huh? That's that. That's that hand. Extra pieces. And then the stand in this box. How do you open this damn box? I want to be careful. Remove the transparent case holder before closing the case. Oh, shit, it's so shit. It's so crap. I mean, look, just touch the cardboard. Did these just pop up? I think they must just pop up. Does that just go like that? I don't know, have a look at it in a minute. I think they unhook, don't they? Do they? I'll probably end up breaking it or something. I reckon they must go out like that. I'm going to have a look in a minute. Oh, Einstein. Where the hell is Einstein then? Of course, I haven't got Einstein. Sold separately. Oh, right. Okay. Didn't that come with that, the new Marty figure? Yeah, it would maybe be nice to have an Einstein. That's everything. That's it. So there you go. There's the lazy arse Hot Toys Doc Brown. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm going to have a look at this. Keep pissing around with this. See if I can open it. I think it must just flip open like that. Why does it flip open there? No, we end up damaging it. Must do. Well, you'll be hours watching me just fucking look at the camera. Anyway, that's it. I'll show you quickly these boots. There you go. Nice. They're good. The outfit looks really nice. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have stayed with us this long, and I'll see you next time.